Now before we get started, let me show you the basics of the Rubik's Cube. It has 6 differently colored sides: red, green, orange, blue, white, and yellow. When we finish the cube, the colors will remain next to the colors we started with. So yellow will always remain next to green, and it will never be yellow next to white, or green next to blue. So when we finish, it will be green next to every other color except for blue. Now that we've learned about the location of the colors of each side, we can now learn about the algorithms. These algorithms will be used throughout the process to solve the Rubik's Cube. There are 8 algorithms which will be used an infinite amount of times if used correctly, and an infinite amount of times if used incorrectly. But if you follow this, I'll show you how it's done correctly. Though it may be hard to believe, there are only 8 algorithms to finish this Rubik's Cube. Now each algorithm has 4 letters in them. Though the letters can be reversed using a slight tick mark on the right side, we'll go through what the letter itself means. R means right, L means left, U means up, and D means down. Down or bottom. So when I say right, you turn it the right side away from you. When I say left, you turn the left side towards you. When I say up, you turn the top clockwise. When I say down, you turn the bottom clockwise. For each of them, you turn them as if you are turning it clockwise. So you face each side as if it is turning clockwise. So if you want to impress your friends how to solve the Rubik's Cube after it's already been solved without mixing it up so you can get it back to the way this is perfect, you can use this algorithm. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. And if you do this 5 more times, so a total of 6, it'll come back to be solved. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Solved perfectly. You do that equation 6 times, and it'll be perfect after the 6th one. Now for the rest of you who want to solve the entire thing while it's mixed up with no random assortment, you gotta mix it up first. There we go. Mixed up and ready to go. And I'm doing this with you guys. So, you get your mixed Rubik's Cube, go on. So now we have our mixed cube. If we look at it, looks like there's no possible way to start this thing. Let's just throw it away and walk away. Wrong, my friend. Let's look at this again. See the center of every single cube? That cube, no matter what I do to it, will never, ever change. Remember, started with orange. Now let's look up here. Yellow. Let's go way down to white. Spin it a bunch of times. Let's look back up. Still yellow. So no matter what you do to the cube, we know that this side is yellow, this side's blue, this side's white, green, red, orange. So, what side is this? Red, because the middle piece is red. Ignore every other piece. This side will be red. So that's what we're going to start working off of. So I decided we'll start by solving the red side. But we look at this by deciding which is the easiest piece to do. So we look. Here, this red piece right here, you can see, is red and yellow. But it's currently, the yellow piece is currently on the white side. So we need to turn the top. Nope, blue side. There we go, yellow side. So now we have it. So this is lined up, lined up. So then we look for the next red piece. Right there. Now we look. That's got to be on the white side because it's white and red, and we know that it's going to be either one of those other 3 pieces, but with the white side. So we look, there's the white side. So we then put this on the bottom of the Rubik's Cube, right there. It's right there. And we spin it all the way to the white side right here, so it's lined up upside down. Then we spin it right back on top, and as you can see, we got the line right there. And we got that lined up perfectly. We still got that one lined up perfectly. Perfect with the red. Now I look for the next red piece. You may get confused and see this one, but the problem with that is there's 3 colors on it. Red, white, blue. We don't want that because we know it'll be a corner piece. We want a piece that only has two colors on it, like the yellow and the orange, or what we're looking for, which is the green and the red. So we put, as I said before, the green on the bottom like this. But then we go to flip it. Uh-oh. It's in the right spot, but the green and the red needs to be flipped. As you can see, the red needs to be here, the green needs to be here. So we reach our first algorithm. Face inverted, up, left inverted, up inverted. So, face inverted, counterclockwise, up, clockwise, left inverted, up inverted. And as you can now see, lined up perfectly, and we've got the red piece and the green piece switched. So there we go, and we look for our last red piece. Right in the middle right there, it's got to be blue. Alright, so we spin the bottom over to the blue side, we flip it, and there's our problem again. The blue and the red need to be flipped again, so we do our first algorithm once again. Face inverted, up, left inverted, up inverted. And as you can now see, we got a top cross, and we've got blue, white, green, and yellow, all in the correct spot with the top cross. Now that we've achieved the top cross, we now got to get these corners in the right spot. If you have the yellows, the blues, the whites, and the greens lined up perfectly, then you get to move on to the corner step. If you don't, you may want to rewind. So for the corners, we get to go back to the algorithm which I told you earlier. Right inverted, right, down. So, we look for a corner. Hey, there's a corner in the spot right there, but if we look, blue, green, yellow, white. It's not in the right spot. It's got to be blue there, white there, even though that red's in the right spot. This means that this red must have to go in one of the other three corners. So, we get it out of there by doing right inverted, right, down. And there you go. You got the cross, and you still got the cross is good. So, we look for our first red corner piece. There's one right on the bottom right there. And we look, red, white, blue. So we spin this to the bottom corner of where it's supposed to go. So we know that this, because the red is right there, is supposed to go to that corner right there. So we know that the blue and the white, there's the white, there's the blue, there's the blue, there's the white, and the red. So we know this is right. So we do right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down. So as you can see, there we go, perfect, perfect. Now if you notice, that took 3 times to do that algorithm. There is no specific amount of times you have to do an algorithm. So for this next one, let's see how long this one takes. Here's the green, white, and red. So we move that down and look for the green, white, and red side. Well, we know the red's up top, so let's look for the green and white. There's the green, there's the white. So now we do right inverted, right, down. As you can see, we're done after 1 try, and we've got it lined up perfectly so far. Now we need to look for the third corner piece, which is right here. We'll look for the yellow, blue, and red. Well, this one's yellow, green, and red. We'll have to do that one eventually, but we'll do that one last. So let's look. Here we go. Yellow, blue, red. We've got to get it into that spot, so we do the algorithm again. Right inverted, right, down. Once again, only 1 try, and we move this one already in the right spot, so right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down. And as you can see, that last one took a lot longer than the other ones did, but you officially solved your first side, and if you look right here, the first layer of the other sides. Now, this next step is the difficult part. You think you keep it like this and you move on to the next algorithm with the done side on the top? That's incorrect, my friend. You got to flip it all the way upside down and work back on this side, because now we're walking from the bottom up.